Did you know that Google personalizes many searches by city and Also Ask is the only tool to access live People Also Ask data at city level? Try for free at alsoasked.com.
Tired of SEO guesswork? Quadra's AI agent goes deeper to uncover high-impact optimizations and completes hours of SEO in minutes. Get started now.
I was going to say that SEO with Fat Joe is as peaceful as this, but then the birds are all having fights.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to see how James introduced AI strategy. So maybe I can start. And there is anyone here who has AI strategy implemented somehow, or at least you have a documentation about the AI strategy for your company? One person, two, three, four. So we will talk a little bit about how to switch from AI hype to AI strategy, because this is very, very important, especially when you are thinking that probably this, what we create today, will be used years ahead for shaping the way how language models adapts to new search. Okay, so I'm from Neuron Writer. We have around 300 users worldwide, 300,000 users worldwide, and mostly we do a content optimization. Now we are switching also for AI optimization as well. And I have here some examples how you can implement quick wins for your AI strategy, or if you don't have the AI strategy, what can be inside your AI strategy as well. Let's start with a few case studies. This is Decathlon at WebWave. Just around to explain you how important it is to use the right language to communicate with the machines. Because this is what we are talking right now. We are talking like how we as a human can communicate better with the machines. This is also where the program with whales is going on and so on. So on the other side, of course, the machines try to understand what we are saying. So we have two ways of communications. And here is the example how people try to communicate to the machines. And this is how they communicate to machines using the, let's say, optimized way for communication. And this is basically not about the keywords even. This is about the context. So it's about the way how you search the information, how informations are extracted from the documents that you provide to LLMs, to the machines. The same with the Decathlon. So, for example, Decathlon was optimizing the soft shell category. Around 200 keywords, they have 37,000 traffic. After the optimization, so mainly optimization was to rewrite the metadata and the product description in the way that machines will understand this better. They get around 650% increase in the category according to the traffic. So it's very simple indeed, and this is what you can do. You can start to do it daily, I would say daily. And we are going a little bit into the semantics. There was a slide from James as well, when Google says like, okay, as a validator of the websites, you have to check if this is really like AI generated and so on and so on. I understand this is for humans, but machines do not work like that. So machines really work in the way, do they understand the content or not? So there are two options mainly. So for us as humans, it's to understand how we can optimize content for the machines, and for machines, how they can understand the content, how they can understand the context of the content, and then to rank this content in the search engine. And it could be search engine like ChatGPT, it could be Perplexity, it doesn't matter really, because this what happens in the background is exactly the same. Okay, so that's the AI template for 2025, I guess for everyone. Maybe next question will be here in the slides. How you define the content profiles, if you have the content profiles, if you use the AI generated content, how you do the generation, if you have the expertise in your team, and how you distribute the content, and if you do any kind of AI reputation management. which is all these points are very, very important for this, let's say, like how you are perceived by LLMs. So the first question is like, probably all of you use the ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever. Who do like custom GPTs for every customer or for every job? Who is doing that? 3, 4, okay, yeah. So this is very important. So I don't know how many people is here, but it's like less than 1%, surely. So this is very important. Every time when you just have a customer or you have a project, you should, is the same like onboarding with your new employee. You should do the onboarding for the ChatGPT, for Gemini, for Cloud, whatever. And you have to figure it out what is important that you learn the system. So for example, here it could be like kitchen furniture expert or office furniture expert, or you can be a marketing expert, whatever. You can, a lot of options here, even if we see here, Google even propose you already those kind of preset pre-made managers by Google. Why this is important? Because you just do not really repeat this what is already in Google or what is already in AI, in generative AI. So first of all, how we do it or how you can do it, just explain what you have already, like, okay, what you have, what kind of solutions you have, what kind of problems customers have, and so on and so on. Then you can also, this is very important because this avoids hallucinations, you can also import the data sets of your products or services. Because mostly with the fast changing products, the prices change and so on and so on. So later, if somebody asks, for example, for a car model 2024, the price probably will be wrong on the ChatGPT because the data that they have, it's not really the real data. Information about the competitors, yes, this is also very important, like who you are, who is your competitor, what the differentiation you have, and so on. And then very detailed instructions, like very, very detailed, as much detailed as you will tell someone how to do it. Not really like very simple, like write article, but exactly like to who, how, what kinds of words you should avoid, what kind of words you should use, and so on and so on. Of course, this you can do on the GPT's level. And then you can also do something which is very important, the prompt structure and optimization. It's an information gain. For Google, it's super important that you bring new information to the table. If you don't have this, probably the content will be, the Google call this copycat, the Google content will be not even indexed. So please bring something new and how to do it. Okay, so here is a few examples how we collect the data. So project overview, product pricing, personas, brand voice, and so on. So this is what we extract from your website and so on. You can build this exactly the same way. And here is the data set that we have from ChatGPT. Like, let's compare something like our product with the ChatGPT, like, because we are quite similar, let's say. So we have here a very detailed instructions, even without our data, because we already, this is so detailed because we have already AI strategy in place. But probably you can also do this, like compare something with something else and give me the result table. Here is also according to features. Okay, what features do we have, what we can do, and so on and so on. So you can understand what exactly ChatGPT or Gemini knows about you. So this is all generated by ChatGPT. And then you can also check if there is no hallucinations. And this is purely hallucination there. So because we have the pre-trained GPTs, so you can train very well GPT, and then you have maybe not SEO scoring, but you will have this description, personas, CTAs, hooks, benefits, and so on. So you'll have all of this inside the GPTs, inside ChatGPT or Gemini or Cloud, whatever, yes? So this is really important because then later when you create the content will rank better, and also if you do the AI checking, there's also high chance that it will be past the AI checking, even if it's AI generated. And then, of course, we have article outline. This is just the information gain, like, okay, what kind of information we have on the project level. This is also something that you can learn the system how to do it. Yes, like just importing some reviews, for example. And then you have optimized content, and this content is optimized also for AI. And then how you can build the next steps in this, because this was only on our own media, yes, like a blog, website, e-commerce, and so on. But this is very important that also you have the AI strategy in the earned media. Maybe not paid yet, but earned as well. And how you can do that? First and most important, we have some kind of communication system, which is still like not validated, but that's the idea when we are going. And it's very similar to the sitemaps. And it's called LLMs, TXT, where you can bring all the information that you have in your website in the one place, and Claude following this. So like, some of the systems already following this, so they can very easy go to the page, understand from this page, from this one text file, whatever you would like to create, say, and so on, and they learn on this. So if they, for example, if you are using Perplexity also use this LLM TXT. So that's the first one, when you can create the trust signals, because this is very important what they understand. Like, okay, what you are telling about yourself, what kind of content you have on the website, and so on. Then you have to figure it out. If you, for example, use user-generated content, as we use, that you have to have kind of guidelines for affiliates, like what words they should use, what words they shouldn't use, what kind of features they should mention, and so on. Because if you have this, of course, the systems like, let's say, ChatGPT will learn on this user-generated content, and then you will have exactly the same information on the website and on the channels that you do not own. The same on the Reddit, and so on. So, of course, you can go there, you can try to figure it out, what is the experience from the users, and also try to understand if you are using the right language, how to optimize this, and give a little bit of personal experience to about your company as well. Yes, so it's in next earned media. And then how to start, or how to know where to search for the information. This is that's the prompt from, I don't know, 6 months ago, something like that. Tell me who is talking about the neuron writer, where are the influencers, let's say, and what they are mentioning. Yes. And when you have this list, because this list from the ChatGPT is quite long, from Manus is a very good one, then you can have really a list of people that you can contact and, for example, ask them to change the opinion or to change whatever they say in the way that you would like to be said. Yes. And the Giulietti is it's a very popular here, everywhere. So here is from the export missioning from another tool, exactly the same. Like, this is what the ChatGPT understand about your business, mostly about your business. Yes. That's the Gemini. The list on the Gemini is a little bit smaller, but it's also there, so you can also understand, okay, what they know about my product, is hallucination, not, yes, and so on. And for example, here, very important is for us, it was to change the pricing tags, because the prices we changed the prices, and of course the prices were not correct. So we changed the prices. Now we have the right prices every time when someone asks the ChatGPT. And so that's our expert. And yeah, that's the future, to be honest. Because if you think about the copywriting, like we were creating a lot of content, we are creating still a lot of content, but we do not really put the expertise there. Yes, so, and now the ChatGPT will understand, okay, who is the expert in specific field? Because here, straight, you know that this is expert. She's saying that I'm expert and so on. And we'll just give her kind of authority points. And then, of course, she will be used as an expert for different tools, because it's not only our tool. There's a lot of tools which are on Julie's blog. So you have to create, in your AI strategy, you have to create experts as well. And here is a joke a little bit, because this is our expert today. This is expert like we are pretending to be a copywriter. We are a copywriter pretending to be a, I don't know, medical expert or whatever. And that's the doctor from LA, which was a fake doctor for a few years. And then he go to the prison. And after that, he did the degree, and he's real doctor now. And this is the same what we have to do with our teams, yes? So we really have to create the expert websites, and so on and so on. So if you're thinking about your team, of course, the bio, but as well, maybe the websites for every person's in a company. Like AI strategy, how we can build the experts as well. And then we were talking about the information gain in the content. This is very important here. So that's the definition quite for machines, like how unique is a content from the rest of the corpus. So how unique is this what you are saying according to this what they already know? This is the corpus. And this is very important because in the next few years, we are still there, but in the next few years, this will be also very important. We will be in kind of poisoning mode for LLMs. This is a research paper from Google from a year and a half ago, where they understand that now the attacks will be provided for language models, where, for example, users will change the way how language models can understand sentiment, for example, yes? So like Coca-Cola is better or it's cheaper, even if it's not true. If you just have a lot of information, that will be that. Yes, so they are aware of that, but it's still not working really. So you still have a lot of chances to make statements, very hard statements, that you do something way better than you do in reality. Or if you don't have the experts, you can buy the experts. This is the case when the Ahrefs bought, SEMrush bought Search Engine Land, and they changed all the Ahrefs mentions to the SEMrush, and it's working. Yes, I mean, like, if you don't have money for creating thousands of experts, but for SEMrush it was a case, you can just buy a media and just change the way how the media talk about you, yes. And then, quite fast, also change how you create the content. This is especially from B2B perspective important, because always in the B2B we do not say that we do something, we just say like global. And Google and language model as well will trust more the person than the company, because the company is of course the marketing and the person is a person. So they will look for the experts. So what is your perspective on something? Yes, do you have any new information? What was the journey, and so on? And here is the example. Something which was ranking, let's say 6 months ago for probably the travel agencies will rank for that, like what to see in Singapore in 3 days. Now we have the bloggers. The bloggers which probably were there. We don't know if they were there, but they say that they were there. And this is the girl, and so she says, yes, I was there, I did this, and I did this, and so on and so on. So that was the goal. So how you can repack the content, not what to visit to Vietnam, so what we do, what I did, and so on and so on. And then the challenges, which will be mostly with the multi-step reasoning, and the search is changing, and also the language models are changing to the way how you don't really know what they do. So you have this DeepSeek, which is more open, but you don't know. There is a black box there. And Google is going into the multi-step rezoning. So even if you have a website and robot will index the website, and during the search for someone, your website will be taken into the consideration to extract the information from, they will be never in the search results. So you will not know even that the information from your website were taken into the consideration to fulfill someone need. And this changed a lot. This changed most of the ways how we, as agencies, or how agencies aligning the reports or reporting to the end customers. Also, how the CPC works, how the CTR, Zero Organic, works. Because, for example, the CTR can be zero, completely zero. So that's the next year probably when we will have to solve it. And yeah, that's still with the query expansion the same, like how we can really estimate the positions and values when the content was only taken by the, let's say, AI overviews, or just use it to find the restaurant that is there. Okay, so summary. Hire or build experts. Distribute the content with the strategy, what they have to say, how they have to say, and so on and so on. So search migrates outside the search engines. It's not really like this migration, it's really fast, but it's migrating, yes. And it's not really about preparing now the content for the ChatGPT. It's more about preparing the content for any kind of machine which will use the same process, like language models using the same process. Call it NLP. Yeah. KPIs mostly for the delivery metrics, and yeah, that's when we started. Like, AI will remember probably maybe for years, so you have to be very, very careful what you are saying and to who you are saying. And that's all. Thank you so much.
Demand sphere. Limitless visual insights from the SERPs. Unlimited dashboards and users. Easy to use and easy to scale your growth to new levels.
Monthly reporting making you want to shove sharp things up your nose? Try Dragon Metrics, the all-in-one SEO software with mind-blowing reporting tools.